Yo guys, and welcome back towards this new video here on the channel. And on today's video I will be discussing the cryptocurrency market here together with you guys here on this channel. So if you want to be finding out about where Bitcoin is about to head towards in the coming hours, if you want to be finding out about where the whole market and basically what my opinion is currently on the market, don't forget to stick till the end of the stream here, because on today's stream we are going to discuss, first of all, this Bitcoin pump that we're currently experiencing. And let me go right away in towards the charts, guys, because currently Bitcoin is moving up in a very sustainable way towards the upside. Like you can see, we've got a massive pump towards the upside, and we've got some things the Federal Reserve did told us, but of course more announcements are still waiting. But of course we did saw a significant movement towards the upside. Why? Is because most likely the Fed interest rates will be getting hiked up here in the beginning of March. So still, we got a whole month where we can, of course, borrow money against 0.0%. So that's pretty positive here for the market as well. There was a lot of price action getting suppressed here, and like I did warn everyone about, as soon as we do break above this horizontal level of here where we got rejected from, supported, rejected, we could be then breaking bullish. And right now we broke bullish. Bitcoin broke bullish and broke towards the upside above of this range here, and this is definitely looking a little bit more stronger on the immediate short term. So let's see what Bitcoin is going to do here in the coming hours ahead of ourselves. And if we're right away going to look in towards the RSI, we are getting particular overbought right now. The RSI is touching currently the 70 on the index, what means that we are in overbought territorium, what means that we could be forming, of course, a momentum loss over here on the market. Because what we currently can experience, if we're going to zoom in a little bit further, is that the market is indeed still forming higher highs here on the price section, and it is currently forming a minor lower low on the RSI. So we are losing a little bit of momentum currently, what is of course looking a little bit more weak on this market. But yeah, let's see how it is going to be playing out in the coming hours ahead of ourselves. It could be still result in a very significant, price surge towards higher levels here. So I do look forward towards how the 1 hour weekly candles are going to develop further on from up this point. If I'm going to look at the MACD in this range here, it looks to be that we're in a pretty healthy trend. It doesn't necessarily look like a weak trend. It looks like an healthy movement towards the upside, because as well we can see price action is forming higher highs along the way up here, and as well the MACD is forming higher highs along the way up. So currently on the immediate short term, this is not necessarily a real big bearish signal getting formed here on the market. However, if I look to the 15-minute candle, or like I could be approaching it on the 1 hour candle as well, we could be approaching this period of Bitcoin once again calm before the storm. We shoot up significantly. We are right now in consolidation phase here, and this could be leading towards another significant rally towards higher targets. If we're going to take then the 15-minute time frame on it, we could be clearly see as well that we are forming some kind of a parallel channel towards the upside. This parallel channel is of course making so far the Bitcoin price action, and so far it is showing us that we are moving up in a significant way towards higher targets. We're moving up with a higher low structure and higher high structure in a very steady pace here. So do take a notice, this is on the 15-minute, and if we're going to be breaking either towards the upside, we're going to look for exponential price surges. If we're going to break below, we're going to be looking for exponential price drops here in the market. So I personally expect to see way more volatility in the coming hours, and most likely it's going to be happening anytime soon here. If I go to look towards the 4-hourly time frame, it is looking actually pretty good here, because we've been anticipating this pattern. What you can currently look at, the inverted head and shoulders, exactly what is standing above my face here. The inverted head and shoulders on the 4-hourly time frame has been the pattern that I've been trying to anticipate here. But I as well want to be trading here on Bybit, because yes, I am going to be opening a trade here. When ? I don't know yet. It depends on how the market is going to react. Of course, when in terms of where the market is trading on, I will be opening this trade if my site loads up here. Yeah, I will be opening this trade if Bitcoin is going to be breaking above of this level of the $46,000 US. So if Bitcoin breaks above this high of this horizontal, upward sloping resistance line I'm going to be looking for a long position because this could be a breakout that could easily bring us 24% wealth towards the upside. And if I'm going to use a 3 to 4x leverage, I could easily make a 100% gain of this breakout over here. So yes, I am most certainly going to be taking a trade here. And right now it really looks like the right shoulder is getting formed here, right on the head and shoulders. So we can see left shoulder on the left side. We can see a head getting created and a right shoulder on the right side as well getting created currently on this market. While Bitcoin is even moving up further on the 1 hour time frame, like you can see over here right now. So this is looking like a very good pattern to be trading, and this is going to be a trade that I will be taking towards the upside, because as soon as we do break bullish, I'm going to be looking to enter my trade here, and I'm going to be looking to, of course, open my long position on the breakout of this inverse hand and shoulder. So do take that in notice. As soon as I do open this trade as well, guys, I will be notifying you guys all here on my YouTube page and on my Twitter page. So if you really want to be finding out about one of these things here, just make sure to subscribe to the channel and follow us on Twitter with that bell notification hit here, because if we're going to be breaking out of it, I will be trying to open my trade as soon as possible. If I do look at the daily time frame on Bitcoin, actually this looks so bullish here. I mean, what we can see is that we're once again had another touch point of this level, previous resistance over here, support over here, support over here, support over here, and actually we got another touch point here just 2 days ago, yesterday we got another touch point in, and looks to be that we're so far already seeing an increasement towards the upside getting created. Like I have said several times before, we've been waiting for the daily time frame to form on higher lows since we already broke bullish on the daily time frame. What do I mean with that is that if I look at the daily time frame, I was looking at this previous high on the market. If I look at this previous high on the market, I can clearly see we broke already towards a higher high on the daily time frame, right? And what you want to be doing if you break towards a higher high on the daily time frame is wait till you're going to form a higher low. Right now, we formed a higher low. And if we're going to see an increasement from here on, we're going to just increase this trend with higher lows and higher highs, because we are right now in an uptrend since we broke bullish as soon as we did close this daily candle above the previous high over here. So this is looking actually pretty good here for Bitcoin. Actually, I mean, if we're going to look at these trades at these inverse and shoulders, they're going to be very easy to be trading actually towards the upside. And even right now in the 1 hour time frame, I expect that Bitcoin could be searching up towards higher targets in a rapid pace, and as well an exponential wave as well here. So daily time frame is looking good here. We are in an uptrend, and that's why we are looking for long positions. And that's why it's better to trade long positions right now than shorts or whatsoever, you know. So it is looking particularly good for Bitcoin right now. I definitely can't wait to see what we are going to be heading towards from of this range here. So lower highs getting formed on the market. Right now we broke bullish. We're forming higher lows as well in the market. And this is just a continuation of a wave that we are currently in here. Of course, I've been warning you guys already several times about it. We are currently in this upward sloping trend here. Why? Is because we broke above the 50 on the daily RSI. What does this mean here? If we're looking back towards previous price action on Bitcoin, always if we break above the 50 on the RSI daily time frame, we tend to be in this more bullish wave on the market. And right now, we don't know how long it's going to take here. Maybe it's going to be over tomorrow, but usually what we do know is that these bullish waves in the market tend to always take a little bit longer. And as soon as we do break below that 50 of the, as soon as we do break below the 50 on the, RSI, we could be expecting that we're going to see some more bearishness in the market. But right now, like we do know, the fact is that we're still trading above the 50 on the RSI, and the fact is that we're still looking bullish on the RSI. So I still will be approaching that we are in a bullish market structure. And personally, I do still expect that at least the coming, let's say, few weeks from now on, 2 to 4 weeks from now on, is going to be allowing us to see more bullish price action. And of course, if we're going to see that, once again, my theory has been working out perfectly. And of course, my confirmation of buying into Bitcoin exactly on this candle over here, in terms of, I mean, I was already buying earlier into Bitcoin, but as well for the confirmation on this candle has been a perfect theory if it was playing out, if it's going to be playing out, of course. As well, weekly time frame for Bitcoin, of course, this one is lacking. It's it's like $400 below. It's still down a little bit here, but Bitcoin is moving up, guys. This is looking pretty epic, actually. I mean, it's not forming a bearish divergence anymore, and it could be, of course, very bullish right now in the coming hours ahead of ourselves. So I do look forward towards it, what we're going to get in the coming hours. But Bitcoin weekly time frame as well created a bullish divergence here on the Let me see. We create a bullish divergence here on the weekly time frame. We created, of course, higher lows on the price section, lower lows on the RSI, looking very bullish in my opinion. Different chart here, of course, is this period where we are preparing for wave 2 here basically, and I will keep my eyes wide open on the charts because Bitcoin is moving up in a very sustainable way here right now. But it looks to be as well that we are preparing ourselves for a next major market volatility wave, since we have been consolidating sideways for a very sustainable period. And I expect in 2022 here that we're going to get this major rally towards the upside that is going to result in major gains to be made here on the market. So let's see how this is going to be turning out, of course. But personally, I think the gains are going to be epic, and you guys want to be there to take all these gains up here, of course. Do you ever read the chat? Yeah, I do. I mean, you're probably on the wrong channel if you're asking that. I mean, the whole point here is in my beginning of my stream, I like the first 10 to 15 minutes here, I like to do in-depth analysis about the market, and then after that, I go over the chat here, I go over what we see here in the market, and we're going to discuss everything together. So right now, I discussed Bitcoin in 10 minutes time. That's pretty quickly, actually, for today. And we're going to look at, of course, several other coins, and we're going to look at lower time frames. So let me see. What do you think about the shooting star in the weekly? I mean, that's a question we've got that we got asked several times before. I mean, you know, in the past, we've seen several shooting stars. Of course, it's a bearish shooting star since it closed in the red and it had a big wick on the top side. It is pretty bearish, yeah. But it doesn't necessarily mean that this weekly candle can't be pushing up higher. No, it doesn't mean it. Of course, it's a bearish candle play, but it can still break bullish. We just have to wait how this weekly candle is going to close as well. We do know that we just flipped bullish again on the high and IC candles, and that is most likely going to result in more bullishness towards the upside as well getting created. So, no, I don't really go and only look at like, okay, weekly close bearish, so we're going to go down. No, I'm just going to wait what the other time frames are going to tell me. So let me see what we're having. Yesterday you said something about Medic, that it will be only be very profitable for year 1 or 2. Why do you think that? There's a high chance of the metaverse will be moving to Medic plus there's Web3. Because I think that Medic is going to only be very profitable for like 1 or 2 years, is because Medic is right now solving the issues on the Ethereum blockchain. Not on their own blockchain. No, Medic is solving issues on the Ethereum blockchain, and those issues will be getting solved by Ethereum itself. That's why in the coming 2 years. So that's why I do not think that Medic is a good, sustainable, longer-term investment. Let's say 5 years or 6 years. I think that's not a smart decision. I mean, yeah, we could be making some very good imminent short-term gains on Medic, but if we're going to talk about, oh, are we going to make good longer-term investments, I'm not going to be necessarily look at Medic here, to be honest. Did you open a long position on 40 to 41k? I was planning to open a long position on 40 to 41k, but unfortunately yesterday my order was not getting filled in, and I currently still have my position open on 40 towards $38,000 actually. So why is your fat so red? I don't know. It's probably because of the lighting. I mean, maybe there's something wrong with my lighting. I have to check it up here in a moment here. So let me see. Can you please do the Shiba chart? I will be going over Shiba in a second from now on. I will keep my eyes wide open on it, of course. So at the meantime, I want to be quickly check up here on CoinGlass, what the funding rates are doing with you guys, and what we could be expecting for the market, since the funding rates are very important to look at. So, you know what's very funny? Funding rates are extremely negative. Like you can see over here, Bybit is negative, Binance is negative. Like the biggest exchanges are all negative. Basically, all the exchanges are negative. What does it mean? Since the funding rates are all negative across all these exchanges, it means that the majority of the leverage is trading down. So what does this mean again? The chance where the market is heading towards is most likely towards the upside, because the chance on the short squeeze is way more higher than the chance on the long squeeze, since there are way more shorters in the market. So this is looking pretty darn good here, if you ask me, for the Bitcoin bulls here. If you ask me, is this looking good for the Bitcoin bears? No, not at all, because the majority of the traders are already trading short, and like we do know, the majority of the people are usually wrong. So this is definitely a pretty bullish signal we're currently getting out here on the market. And let me know what you guys currently think of it. But I do think that this funding rate is looking pretty bullish here in my case. So let me quickly check up on Ethereum as well. Ethereum, we discussed it yesterday. Also, beautiful candle play that we made over there. I mean, beautiful structure that we're currently creating over there in terms of like this head and shoulders pattern right here, inverse head and shoulders pattern. So just like Bitcoin is doing, Ethereum is doing the exact same here. We're forming a beautiful pattern here on the daily time frame. What we're basically doing is that we're forming on the left side here a left shoulder. We're forming a head here on the market and a right shoulder. What is this going to be resulting in? This is going to result in a bullish breakout, and this is going to result in a bullish continuation towards higher targets. Why am I saying so? Is because this is a typical reversal bullish bias pattern, and so far, I say so far, our predictions have been coming out, and if we're going to then approach this resistance line, break above it, this is a trade, man, that you do not want to miss here. Please do take that as notice. This is a trade that could be bringing you massive wealth here towards the market. If we're going to look at the price target, it's going to be the point, depending on the point of the breakout, of course, being approximately 37% trade for Ethereum, what could bring you up towards that level around the $4,400 for Ethereum on the daily time frame. This could be a very major trade here, like you can see over here on the market. So definitely for me, I look forward towards taking this trade towards the upside, and this is for me a major opportunity that I will be looking in towards. And so far, the right shoulder looks to be getting formed very beautifully here on this market. So yeah, looking pretty good, and we could be in for massive gains for Ethereum, of course. So as well, if we're looking towards the daily time frame on Ethereum, we can clearly see we have been forming horizontal support, like you can see over here, horizontal resistance, support, 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 and once again support. So it is looking pretty good for Ethereum. We do know we have a lot of touch points on this range here, this horizontal range between the 2,800 and 3,000 US dollars. And so far we've been bouncing very strongly between this range, and I personally expect that we're going to as well see a very significant side towards the upside from up this level getting generated towards higher levels again for Ethereum, especially in towards 2022. Where we do have a lot of uncertainties about the economic system. So yeah, it's looking pretty epic if you ask me here for Ethereum. And this inverse and his shoulders is definitely a trading opportunity and a trading setup, what I love to look in towards. Of course, you could be approaching it as well a little bit differently. And how you could be approaching it is like a bump and run pattern on Ethereum as well. So a bump and run pattern is where you, let me search it up here to show you some examples. Bump and run pattern. And this is absolutely a pretty crazy one in a downtrend, of course, I'm looking at. So a bump and run pattern, and let me open this as a new page in a new tab. A bump and run pattern is basically where you have a lead-in phase, you have a bump phase, and a run phase. How does it work? In this case, like you see the exact same here. We have this this phase where the market saw a significant lead-in, and then we saw over here the big dump, and right now we're creating the run phase. So this is definitely a very good pattern to look at. You see this, the drop-offs are getting more significant, and then we break above the resistance line. So that is pretty epic signals that we could be leading, and that we could be looking at a very significant trading opportunity for Ethereum as well. I mean, outside the trading opportunity that we're already looking at of this major inverse and shoulders, of course. So yeah, it's definitely not looking all too bad here, actually. So I look forward towards how Ethereum is going to develop from that point. If I'm going to take on the 4-hourly time frame, and let me go through some charts here. You can see 4-hourly time frame, Ethereum was pretty overbought here. It is coming down here. It was creating bearish divergence. Reason why it as well came down from off this point here is because it lost momentum here on the RSI. It lost momentum over here on the RSI, and since of that point, it saw a significant drop off in the market. Right now over here, it is reaccumulating, and of course, we have way more room to grow towards the upside. However, we're most likely going to create a lot of bearish divergence on the upside. If I'm going to look at some horizontal level of resistance, we already broke the most critical levels here. The most critical level, in my opinion, supposed to look at was this range over here. And actually, we're still trading against it. We're still trading in it. So you can see previous support, previous resistance, support, and right now could be providing resistance. So if we do break above this level, yeah, it could be leading towards a lot of bullishness in this price action, and it could be leading towards a lot of upside potential towards higher targets on the Ethereum price action here. So I do look very much forward towards where we are heading towards from this point here. So it's pretty exciting, actually, if you ask me. Pretty exciting if you ask me, if we're going to look at the Ethereum chart, how it is currently performing and how it could be looking if we're going to close this 4-hourly candle above this range, because then we are having a bullish breakout here, of course. As well, what is going to be very important before going further in towards Ethereum or different tokens for Bitcoin is a break above this 1-hour resistance line over here. Why am I saying so? Of course, we've been looking towards basically this range between the 42.8k and the 45.4k, this range over here. This has been a very bullish range here, and it's basically my range to watch here. But right now, since we of course broke below it and of course broke above the range again, and we're right now trying to be breaking bullish again here, we have to as well form higher highs than the previous highs over here. So this has been the latest high on the market, the latest highest high on the market, and currently we are retesting this higher high here, of course. And like you can see, we've got already 1 rejection, 2 rejection, and potentially a 3rd rejection coming up right now here. So we've already got 2 rejections, maybe a 3rd one coming up right now. If we do break above of this level, this is going to be looking bullish. If we get another rejection, things could get nasty and we could come down towards 42.8k, of course. So there's definitely a possibility that Bitcoin is maybe going to search another $1,000 towards the downside, go for a bullish retest, and then see further continuation up. If we're going to get rejected from off this level that we're right now trading on, but if we stay bullish and if we still stay above of this range over here, we could be leading towards more higher price surges towards higher levels, of course, in the market. Let me see. Analyze Shiba, please. Federal Reserve news release when? There will be more news getting released today. They of course already released some news here as well. Some news got leaked here that the rates will be probably go up with 0.5%. But it's going to be going in starting from like March, beginning March, midpoint from March. But like they have to hike the interest rates because otherwise the world think they are doing nothing. So of course it's pretty interesting, but you know what's pretty weird, like they're trying to help the economic growth, but the banks are already out of power. The central banks are already out of power. Why am I saying so? Is because the rates are already not near to zero. They are already zero. The rates are already 0%. So the banks cannot stimulate the economic growth anymore. So that's pretty interesting. And right now they're trying to stop the economic growth, and they're starting to stop the inflation because they want to save their currencies. But we're all knowing that if we're going to hike up the rates to 0.5% here, that nothing will be really changing the inflation. I can't guarantee you if they're going to upgrade. I mean, I'm not necessarily, I can't guarantee you anything, of course, but I know for sure that if they're going to hike the interest rates to 0.5%, the inflation will stay as high. The inflation will stay as high because, like, if you're going to borrow money against 0.5% interest rate, it doesn't matter if the inflation is still 7.5%, you know? So I don't think it's going to solve anything in the end of the day here. There's way too much fear on the market right now. But you know what is a fact here? And I've been saying it for the last year, and I will be still say it right now here. If their government, if the central banks are going to print more money, things that cannot get printed extra should be increasing their value. So once the governments and the central banks are printing more money, assets that can't get printed will be increasing in value because there's more euros or dollars in circulation. And this is exactly what we're seeing with Bitcoin, and that's exactly what we will be seeing with Bitcoin in the coming years, what we will be seeing in Bitcoin in the coming decade, Bitcoin is not here to leave tomorrow. Bitcoin is going to stay here for a while, and if you don't believe it, you are still early into crypto. I don't know if you already know it, but the market capitalization of Bitcoin is like 1/4 of the market capitalization of Apple. And it's like less than 3% of the world is investing in Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. So the chance is so big still. If you're saying, but Bitcoin is never going to make me that create that financial freedom, Bitcoin is going to create, Bitcoin is going to create your financial freedom. In the end of the day here, maybe not next week, not next year, but in the next decennia, it definitely could create your financial freedom. So do your own research. I think it's very important to look in towards. The only way to fix the fiat system is literally everyone on the same net worth. The fiat system is already broke. Like, it's just never been meant like this. Like, you know what's weird? Banks in 2008, they could go bankrupt, but right now they can't anymore because we keep printing money, we keep printing money. It's pretty strange. So please do notice. Thanks for your videos. I agree with your point. No need to trade Bitcoin, just hold. There's definitely, like, I am trading Bitcoin to try to get more Bitcoins out of there. But if you don't feel the need, indeed, no, you don't need to trade Bitcoin at all. If you want to create life-changing wealth, you buy Bitcoin and you hodl for 5 to 10 years. That is how you create life-changing wealth. And you don't going to sell. You're not going to sell after a year because you think, oh, the market is maybe going to come down right now. That's not how this strategy works here. You're not going to adjust your strategy because you think something is going to happen towards the market. No. Your strategy, at least my strategy, is at that point, I've got like special ledgers locked away. I can't even touch it because like they are in the lockers. I got special ledgers, and I say to myself, I'm not touching it for 10 years. Like, I am right now 21 years old, and once I'm 30, I'm unlocking those wallets. And I'm going to see how much my Bitcoins that I bought for a few $1,000s, for a few $10,000, is going to be worth in like a couple of years, 10 years from now, and 9 years even from here on. It's going to be epic. 2 halvings later. So no, I'm not afraid about my future. I think my future is very certain with Bitcoin. I save my wealth for the future, So I don't care what it's going to do in the coming week. I don't care what it's going to do in the coming year. And you can call me a stupid moon boy or whatsoever, but like, if you think I'm a stupid moon boy, what are you? Because like, Bitcoin is going to trade at millions of dollars in 10 years from now on. Just accept it. Because if you don't believe it, and a lot of people don't believe that Bitcoin can trade at $100,000, it's like $100,000 for Bitcoin is not so high. It's not so high. It's still at that point like 0.6. It's like 60% of the market capitalization of Apple if it trades at 100K. So it has so much potential still at that point even. It has so much potential to go beyond 200,000, 300, 400,000. Let me quickly search it up here. All assets, market cap. Let me see the assets market. Let me see the assets in market capitalization. So let's compare Bitcoin to gold first of all. So gold currently have a market capitalization of 12 trillion. And it's pretty weird. The market capitalization of gold has not been really going up necessarily so hard here. So if Bitcoin wants to equal the market capitalization of gold, it has to do an times 15x here. So at that point, it will be trading 15x as higher as it is trading right now, what means that Bitcoin is going to trade at $660,000 if it's going to equal the gold market cap. So you can easily get a 15x on Bitcoin if it's going to equal the market cap of gold, and most likely it's even going to overtake it. So that is looking pretty interesting, to be very honest. And you know what's lovely? No one owns Bitcoin. No one owns Bitcoin. That's the loveliest part about it. So what we can see as well is like other big companies, right? If it's going to close in towards Google, if it's going to get the same market cap as Google, it's going to already trade on $90,000, even beyond, even $100,000, So there are such big companies, and we could easily close in towards them. And I personally think we are going to do it with Bitcoin. We're going to do it, but it's like a game of time. It's going to take some time, but we're going to close in and we're going to make massive wealth. And it's up to you if you want to be investing in it. It's up to you. Ethereum as well. It's trading on P29. Ethereum is going to definitely enter that top top 10 space here for sure, just like Bitcoin is right now sitting at. So just a matter of time. Okay, you recommend a good ledger, Nano Ledger X. You can find, I put a link towards my favorite ledger. I use it myself as well. It's like the best ledger out there, so I think it's the best one to use. So that's why he is saying 3 to 5 years. In history, Bitcoin is always going up, even with downturns. I mean, you know what I'm actually really waiting on? Like, Bitcoin is pumping right now. I mean, I love seeing Bitcoin pumping on the imminent short term. I love to take some imminent short term trades, but always my vision has never changed there. My vision has always been for Bitcoin on the longer term here. Never about the shorter term here, actually. Never. I mean, I always have my investment strategy for the longer term. So, let me quickly search this up here. Bitcoin. So, you know what I'm actually waiting for? You know, when the actual big gains are going to come here. You know when the actual big gains for Bitcoin are going to come? It's in 2 years from now on. Maybe a little bit longer. Let me see how long it's still taking. I'm quickly opening the site here. It's in 2 years and 87 days. Then is when the big gains are going to come here. And probably within 2 years, because the hype run up usually starts 3 months before the halving is really coming. So, you know what I'm waiting for? I'm waiting for this. I'm waiting for the Bitcoin halving. If you don't know what the freaking Bitcoin halving is, do some research on it, because it's definitely very valuable. It's definitely worth it to check out here. The Bitcoin halving is the point where Bitcoin is going to get halved their block reward. What that doesn't mean is that Bitcoin will be half its inflation each and every block reward. So every 4 years, Bitcoin has a Bitcoin halving. And I'm trying to get some more information for you guys out there, so you can see something very beautiful. So the inflation rate of Bitcoin goes down with 50% here. So there's 50% less inflation. Like you can see on this chart, this is the supply that's coming in towards the market. And every 4 years, it's getting halved out. And every single 4 years, we're going to get less and less inflation because there's less token supply. So between 2016 and 2020, the inflation was around 4%. Right now, it's around 1.8% towards 2. And next year, it's going to be around 1%. So the inflation is going to be lower and lower and lower and lower and lower. What means that we're going to get more scarcity. What means that Bitcoin is a good longer term investment. That Bitcoin is going to go up inevitably from off this point. At least for the coming 8 years. Because the market cap is still so small here. And don't say to me that the 100k is not likely to get achieved here, because 100k is going to get achieved. Is it not in 2022? It's going to be in 2023, and not beyond of that. And I think personally, 2022 is a way more likelier year to achieve that target of $100,000. But like, we are closing in, and you just have to accept it. The 30th of May 2024, we are going to get the Bitcoin halving. It's going to bring a lot of wealth, and Bitcoin is absolutely pushing up. $44,000 is closing in, guys. Let me do a quick tweet here if we're going to hit that $44,000, because that's going to be absolutely epic here. Bitcoin 44k. That's absolutely amazing. If we could be touching the $44,000 right now live in the stream here, that's a beautiful target to be reaching, actually. So let's see what we could be doing. Yeah, Bitcoin looks to be moving up and curving up in a very, very good way right now here. Like we have been predicting, like on the 50-minute time frame, we've been looking at this parallel channel here towards the upside. We broke basically bullish out of this parallel channel. Since of that point, we've been seeing a significant market increasement, right? So we're looking pretty good here right now. What's your opinion when all the coins come out? That's in 2050. So, or is it 2050? Let me see. What date are all the Bitcoins mined? So let me quickly search up which date it was. It was 2000. Oh wait, it's 2140. So 2140 in February. All the Bitcoins are mined. So once all the Bitcoins are mined, is literally in 120 years from now on, all the Bitcoins are going to be mined. So do you really think I'm going to be scared about what is going to happen in 120 years from now on? No, I'm not very scared about that. I mean, actually, I'm already gone at that point, because then that point I am aged 140. So I'm not going to get that. So I'm not really thinking about things that are going beyond of my lifetime, of course. So, I mean, what happens then? Do we really have to think about it? Actually, I mean, maybe like 50 years from now, and I'm going to start thinking about it. But right now, no, my mind is not sitting on what is happening with Bitcoin or if all the tokens are mined. Probably like, yeah, the network literally has no inflation anymore. So it's going to be just a supply and demand thing, you know? So it's pretty good. It's going to go up for 2 days, no cap. Let's see what's going to happen here. Hopefully we could fly straight towards the moon here. Are we going to the moon, sir? Yeah. Let's send it to the moon here, actually. So some exchanges are already hitting 44,000 US dollars again. My exchange, unfortunately, Binance, has not hit it yet. So we're just waiting a little bit longer. It's not like it's got hit on bitfinex, but not on Binance yet. So let me do a quick tweet here. Bitcoin 44,000 US dollars, guys. Let's go. If you want to help me, make sure to like this tweet. It will be absolutely amazing. So it's looking pretty strong here. Bitcoin pushing up towards 44,000 US dollars. Absolutely lovely. So the Profit Company is asking, should I swap my Bitcoin to Ethereum right now? Actually, it's very easy to see. I mean, we've been looking to the Ethereum compared to Bitcoin chart. I mean, I've been already saying it several times before. Ethereum against Bitcoin is looking pretty decent, but should I buy rather Bitcoin right now or Ethereum if I'm going to make an investment for the coming 4 to 5 months? I should definitely say Ethereum. Why? It's because the hard fork update is coming up. And you know, maybe you have not seen it yet here. Maybe you just tuned in towards the stream here. But this trading setup that we could be looking at, this inverted head and shoulders, is absolutely a crazy trade that we could be taking towards the upside. Like you can see over here. Crazy trade that we could be taking towards the upside. Rover, can you please tell us about Cardano? Cardano, yeah, I mean, Cardano, I've been pretty bullish on the fundamental worth of Cardano. Why? It's because Cardano, their smart contract usage has been sitting at all-time highs and it has been growing. In terms of the network, it has been growing like crazy. So I'm, to be honest, pretty bullish about the Cardano network, and I'm pretty bullish about the growth that Cardano is making currently in the background. So can I talk a little bit more about Cardano? I mean, price action is absolutely terrible, and actually from the all-time highs, it looks to be that we're just should be looking at this downward sloping trend line from the highs over here. If we could be breaking above it, yeah, we could be maybe looking to be a little bit more bullish, but as long as we're trading below, we're just in this bearish market structure. So Bitcoin, guys, I need to do this. Let me see if this works for me. The sound is off. So congratulations. Indeed, it's definitely an oh yeah. Bitcoin trading above the 44,000 US dollars. That's absolutely epic. It's absolutely mind-blowing that Bitcoin is trading above this level again. 44,000 US dollars. Good morning for everyone who is just tuning in, because I do see some people are just tuning in here in the market. But yeah, guys, make sure if you want to help me here to like this tweet here will be absolutely amazing if you are doing so. But yeah, indeed, we pushed above the 44,000 US dollars. And guys, should we do as well another giveaway? I mean, yesterday I did 2 giveaways of 100 US dollars. Like you do know, doing a 2,000 US dollar giveaway over here on the channel. What is going to get picked here in a few days from now on. We're going to pick the winner this Sunday. So in 5 days from now, we're going to pick the winner over there. Let me know if I should do another giveaway here, maybe later today in today's stream, because that's going to be as well pretty epic here. If you guys do want me to do so, let's do that. Doesn't mean we're going to go to the moon. I mean, it does look like we had been seeing a bull flag. Maybe you could be approaching like it. And reaccumulation phase over here. Reaccumulation on the market. We've been seeing consolidation on the market over here. Since of that point, we broke out further. If you're going to really approach like that, a reaccumulation phase, you're going to be measuring basically the same price targets from the low to the high. And if you're going to be expecting these price targets, you could be expecting levels around the 45,000 US dollars to get reached today. And Bitcoin, oh my gosh, it is going, guys. It's going. Look at the 1 minute time frame. It's like a beautiful, beautiful structure that we're creating over here. So we're going. Okay, we're going. We are going. Bitcoin is pumping. Bitcoin is exploding. Let's go. Bitcoin is definitely pumping right now, guys. Holy cow. And of course, there are some big wicks getting created here. There is some sell pressure, of course, getting generated as well in these ranges. But 44.1k it is right now. This is absolutely crazy. This is absolutely epic to see here. So yeah, we're moving up in a very rapid pace. Also, all the hard work is currently getting undone as well. Do remember this on the 1 hour time frame, so on the 1 minute time frame, so it was looking a little bit more worse than it actually was there. I get paid 250k this month to buy Bitcoin. Stop going up. Okay, that's terrible. I mean, I truly hope for you Bitcoin is going to come down a little bit more, because then you can actually buy some five Bitcoins here this month. Actually, truly. Yeah, guys, absolutely. The rocket ships are coming back in towards the stream here. Dude, it's rising $10 and you're saying it's exploding. I mean, bro, it was rising literally 0.4% in 1 minute. In 1 minute, that's pretty hard, actually. So yeah, looking good for Bitcoin so far as well. Let me keep my eyes out on the Ethereum compared to Bitcoin chart. Ethereum against Bitcoin is moving up in the recent hours, so Ethereum is taking more value out of it. So that's looking pretty solid. Yeah, it's breaking as well above this range here, what we want to be seeing Ethereum break above, of course, right? So it looks to be that Ethereum, the 4 hourly candles, is showing us more strength. Welcome to New Moon, let's go. Let me set up as well in the Fibonacci from the swing high to swing low to see if we do see some important levels. Like I've been discussing it already. There was definitely a very big opportunity here on the 0.236 here. So yesterday I discussed this here on my Twitter page, and there's a reason why you should follow us on Twitter. Let me see where I discussed this. So I discussed this Fibonacci retest that we were getting over here. Let me quickly do a quote tweet here. So Mr. McGold, let me check here in a second here what you were saying. But this was absolutely a pretty epic one. Let me tweet about it because you guys can see it as well. Reason to follow me on Twitter, of course. Boom, Bitcoin. Boom, Bitcoin. So this was a pretty epic retest that we were getting. Of course, reach to follow us on Twitter as well. It's like we keep you guys up to date about these market developments. But like, look at this perfect retest of the 0.236 of the Fibonacci. We broke above it, retested it, come up again. So looking pretty good here, if you ask me. Pretty good looking here for the RSI. So yeah, I'm very happy with Bitcoin to see how it is performing right now, actually. So yeah, let's see the further continuation that we could be creating. But Mr. McGold is tuning into our stream here, and you're saying Mr. McGold is back, baby. Did you miss me, bro? I missed you a lot, brother. I miss you a lot. Check RUNE, of course. I will check RUNE. Torchain. I mean, it has been not really changing up a lot here, right? It has been basically trading on the same levels for quite a while here. It has been trading on these same levels for quite a while. So let me extend these levels as well here. So what we could be looking at is our resistance range on the top side and our support range on the lower side. Support range is basically the previous bottom, and once again, so far touching it again as support. And it looks to be that, yeah, the top side above us is this resistance range where we got supported and rejected by several times as well. So things coming back to normal again here. Previous resistance support is just the levels to look at right now here. RUNE is moving up on the recent days here. It did came down even further, and what I'm still waiting for RUNE is like the Tor chain to come out here, like their blockchain to come out here. So let's see what is going to be happening as soon as it got released here. But like you can see over here is like with RUNE now, with RUNE, the Tor chain, you can clearly see that we are forming a downward sloping resist line. And if we do break this downward sloping resist line, we could be looking for a massive increasement in valuation towards the upside. But as long as we're not going to get broken, as long as we're not breaking above this downward sloping resist line in the daily, we're not necessarily going to be breaking bullish, of course, over here. So that's definitely a thing that is necessarily right now here. And as long as we're not breaking above it, we're not going to necessarily look extremely bullish. But as soon as we do break above it, yeah, then we're going to be going and enter this, yeah, bullish market structure period once again here on the market. So that's it's a thing that I'm still waiting for. Hopefully we could be breaking out of this level anytime soon. Of course, we could be looking as well for potential downward sloping support ranges. Downward sloping support zone is getting created from here on, and that could be then look for maybe some kind of a falling wedge structure. Not my most favorite pattern, because I like to see more touch points here in the middle, but we got like two 3 clear touch points, and if we're going to come down again, this could be your buy range in my opinion. But let's wait and see if we could first of all break above towards the upside. If we're going to do so, I will be aiming for targets around the top side of this pattern. So that will be around the $8.35 here, what is a 91% increase from here on. And since RUNE is trading so low right now, you could be making very good wealth from it. And like last time around, you were buying extremely low. If you were buying them this lows, you made a 400% gain in like within 100 days. And right now we could be literally do the same once again. So RUNE is definitely very low, trading very low right now, and the opportunities are extremely high over here. It's a good day. The sun is shining and Bitcoin is rising. Actually, yeah, the sun is indeed shining here. It's pretty happy. It's pretty good to see the sun shining here in the Netherlands again. So let's see. Funding rates are changing in March. Not the funding rates, you mean the interest rates. Indeed, the interest rates are changing in March right now. That's correct. They're probably going to change it towards 0.5%. The funding rates right now, I'm not talking about the interest rates. The funding rates is something different than the interest rates. The interest rates is from the Federal Reserve, and the funding rates is for the perpetual swaps here on cryptocurrency trading platforms. So what we can see in the funding rates on Bitcoin, well, basically is always reflecting how strong the longers and shorters are and how much money is getting used to either move the market up or down. It's currently pretty interesting, to be very honest. We can clearly see Binance negative. What does it mean? More shorters and longers active currently on the platform. As well on Bybit and basically on every single exchange except the FTX here. So what does it mean? It means that it is extremely bullish because there are more shorters active. It means that the chance on a short squeeze is way more significant. So yeah, looking pretty bullish if you would ask me. If I look at the future open interest in general, the open interest has been rising in the recent days here. What does this mean here? It basically means that there has been a rise of confidence in the market. Actually, you do not want to be seeing the open interest rising here on these periods where the market is still in like big uncertainty because the market is still trading at $44,000. I want to be seeing the open interest still stay a little bit lower actually, but yeah, we can't really change anything about it. So yeah, it's looking pretty decent, but actually I want to be seeing the open interest be a little bit lower. How we could be achieving that is like with leverage flush outs either towards the upside or downside. So hopefully we could get some leverage flush outs on the market so the open interest can come down a little bit further on, of course. By the way, guys, if you're interested in trading the market, you could be signing up your account here on Bybit. Like yesterday, we were talking about it. If you were very confident the market was going up and you took a long position, yeah, you did make some very good gains of the market. But if you want to be trading the market, I should definitely suggest using Bybit. Currently, I've got a very good offer for you guys out there because if you're using my link here in the description, you are literally going to get a $4,100 deposit bonus plus a 30% trading and fee off bonus. So you're going to get 30% sale on spot trading, on leverage trading, on all trading. So if you want to be accumulating Bitcoins, and maybe on Binance you have to pay like $10 to buy Bitcoin. Here you get a 30% sell, 30% sale because yeah, that's the deal they're offering till like the 25th of February. So if you still want to get that, don't forget to sign up right now because if you're signing up right now in this period, till the 25th of February, indeed, you can get a 30% off all trading fees. So that's pretty good one. So make sure to check out the link in the description if you want to get that sale off. That's a pretty good one. It's actually a pretty good one. Nasdaq is pumping as well. That's pretty nice. Let me quickly check up on the US 500 as well. US 500 is moving up as well. So, I mean, it was basically yesterday where we were seeing a lot of fear in like the stock market and basically the stock market and all markets as well with Russia and Ukraine. And there's very high intensity. There's very high, very high intensity basically in the markets. Really suppressing the cryptocurrency market and the stock market. And like you can see here, stock market absolutely exploded towards the upside. Why? Is because probably people were still waiting on the sidelines and right now they get green lights and they start to stepping in towards the market again. So yeah, looking pretty good here actually if you would ask me. US 500 moving in such a quick way towards the upside is looking pretty good here. Of course, that could be as well have a very positive effect for the remaining hours for Bitcoin as well here. Rover, will you pick the winners live for the $2,000 giveaway? Yes, I will pick the winners live for this giveaway. Like you can see over here. Oh, wait, I didn't tweet about it. I mean, I will pick all the winners live here, guys. I will pick all the winners live in my stream this Sunday. So this Sunday, I will pick the winners live. And actually this Sunday as well, I'm probably going to do something very crazy outside of YouTube or something else. But for my personally, because I'm going to buy a pretty sick car probably. Or I mean, at least I'm going to look at the car. I'm probably going to buy it as well. So it's going to be absolutely epic. And this Sunday as well, I'm going to do a live stream where I'm going to give away $2,000 towards you guys out there. So make sure to check it out. You can still participate in the giveaway. Russia announced pullback of some troops. That's pretty good, because if Russia is going to go back and pull back those troops there, we're going to see the markets once again flip a little bit more bullish, because all the markets are basically right now getting suppressed by Russia, because Russia is suppressing the whole world economic system, because war is going to be very bad for like economic growth, etc. So it's absolutely lovely. Absolutely lovely. If we could see that. But yeah, Putin is really trying to stack as many Satoshis as he potentially can here. That's why he's suppressing. That's exactly what he's doing. That's exactly what he's doing, of course. Guys, by the way, if you really want me to organize as well crypto meetup here, make sure to like this tweet here. I will be retweeting it real quickly. If you want me to organize a crypto meetup here in Amsterdam this summer, make sure to like this tweet, because if this tweet gets like 1,000 likes here, I will be organizing a crypto meetup in Amsterdam this summer. So make sure to smash up the like button on this tweet if you want me to do that. If you don't know already what my Twitter is, so you can find it here in the link description, or you can see it right on the bottom left side of the screen here. No. Does Bybit support ideal payments? I think, yeah, they are. I think Bybit is supporting ideal payments. Let me quickly check it up for you. I mean, I can literally search it up for you right now here if you want me. Like I don't know where I have to do it from my PC. But I know how to do it from my phone, of course. So, indeed, breaking news. Russia is beginning to move troops from the UK border. So, yeah, that's the reason why we're as well seeing the market pumping in general. Not only Bitcoin, but as well like all the other markets. So, that's pretty bullish here, if you ask me. Yeah, if you go through the app, you can see on Bybit, you can see over here, buy crypto. If you press buy crypto, you can select express, and you can literally, I don't know which way you can use there. You can do maximum 15,000. Oh no, 20,000 US dollars. So yeah, you can use ideal. You can use ideal. If you want to be buying crypto through Bybit, you could use ideal. And you know what's the good part about it? It's completely like you don't need any KYC or whatsoever. So that's pretty nice if you ask me. When are you back in Dubai, Habibti? I'm back in Dubai in like 3 weeks, my man. 3 weeks. You stopped drinking coffee, Rover? Actually, I have my coffee over here. Coffee is the good. I mean, I don't drink a lot of coffee anymore, actually. Rover, Pluton will pump again as soon as they have the 2.0 rewards coming out next month. Have you seen this? Yes, I do know the 2.0 rewards. I mean, I think Pluton will pump again here, but like I told you, I did hook some profits off the table with Pluton because yeah, I like to sell the news if it's like major. Potentially, I'm still holding 1/4 of my account right now, and of course, it's pretty good. But I'm maybe going to buy extra in here, but I don't know exactly which levels I'm going to look to buy in towards. If Bitcoin is flipping bullish, I will be right away buy back into Pluton. But let's say if Bitcoin is going to break bearish, I'm going to stay a little bit away from it still. But if the 2.0 rewards comes out, yeah, definitely it's going to be definitely explode even more indeed. So I look forward towards it. Shiba, please. Okay, let me look at Shiba. You know, for the meme, I bought $20,000 of Shiba last week, like 2 weeks ago, like in this candle approximately over here, this one. So I bought for the fun to $20,000 of Shiba. You know why? It's because right now I can say I'm part of the Shiba army. Yeah, man. No, just kidding. I can afford to lose that money, and I think like. I can't say the word because otherwise maybe my YouTube is going to get blocked. But like, it's a funny investment. It's just more of a meme investment. But you know, I think like actually, it's not a bad approach to buy a little bit of Shiba right now. Why am I saying so? Is because I think Bitcoin is going to go towards 100K here. What is going to happen if Bitcoin goes towards 100K this year? It's going to be these people from Robinhood, etc., that all want to be buying Shiba at that point because they don't want to buy Bitcoin at that point again. They will be buying Shiba. They will be buying Dogecoin, you know. So I'm planning, if I make a 2x from it, I go out of it. It's just for fun, very short-term investment. If I lose my money, I'm okay with it. If I flip some money with Shiba, I'm going to laugh, you know. I'm just going to be funny. So let's see how it's going to be playing out. And I do know they're releasing Shiba Land here, their NFT metaverse project. Could be having pretty positive effects on this market, actually. So that's pretty cool, actually. When will we see Ethereum 2.0? Within 4 to 5 months maximum from now on. But Shiba is definitely shitcoin. I mean, I am Starbucks. It is the biggest shitcoin out there. I'm ready to lose all my money here. I'm ready to lose all my money, and it's definitely nothing I should say looking towards it. Definitely Shiba army. Shiba is definitely a shit coin. I mean, guys, I can't go around it. Shiba is a shit coin. So I'm also still saying Shiba is a shit coin for sure. But it's just for fun, you know. It's definitely a poop coin. So yeah, what we can see is still getting rejected from the highs here. If we break above this range, we could be looking for more bullishness, but I do know technical analysis is not really a thing that you should be starting to do in Shiba here, actually. Shitty Shiba made me a lot of money. I mean, that's the point. It's shitty Shiba, but maybe it could be making me some money, you know, shitty Shiba. Good morning. World War III is cancelled. Can we have a pump? I mean, that would be lovely if it's definitely cancelled. But I mean, it's not officially cancelled yet, right? Let me quickly see. You know what's pretty weird? This is pretty weird. Like I look at news sites from the Netherlands, and like the front page is saying, Dutch economic growth extremely high, 4% economic growth this year, the biggest economic growth of the whole past 10 years. It's like the biggest shit ever because we've got 4% economic growth, but people are all looking for different jobs here. We've been closed for like 2 years because of the pandemic. The only things we have been doing is printing money, sitting on our lazy asses, watching to the television, and we have economic growth. It's so bullshit because what they're doing, the banks are trying to save the economic system. That's why they're printing money. That's why they're trying to basically save the system. It's bullshit. It's not economic growth here. It's like because the more money is getting printed, more money is getting pumped into economic system. And that's why we're having 7.5% inflation with maybe 4.8% economic growth. It's absolutely shit. It's absolutely shit. I think like people think like the sheeps, like there are people out there that really think we're right now in a perfect market. You know, it's pretty weird that we are not a perfect market as well. Like the housing market, like in the Netherlands, I'm talking about, like the banks are going to do their best to keep this market a bubble for the coming 5 to 15 years. They're going to do their best. And just imagine you are the poor guy that's buying a house with like a rent on the all-time high here. You know what's weird? Like in the Netherlands, housing prices are increasing so heavily. You know why? It's because the amount of money you can borrow from the bank is also increasing massively. So it's the biggest bubble ever. You can borrow more money, houses are getting worth more. So it's like crazy. We've been giving everyone tons of money because if you bought a house in the Netherlands, your house got worth, like, my parents are very lucky because they literally multiplied their money with 5 times within like 10 years or so. Or no, 10 years, 15 or 20 years or so. because they bought houses. They have been very lucky. But like the government is just like, the central banks are just printing money and giving money to everyone out there, because the cap of borrowing money to buy a house is getting higher and higher, and that's why the prices of houses are becoming higher and higher. It's the biggest bubble ever. It is going to pop one day, but we don't know when. Because literally what is happening right now is that the banks are giving people free money. And we're getting used to getting free money. It's like the first year we were saying, oh no, this is not good. But right now we're okay, free money. Because that's literally what's happening. Because the banks are printing so much money. And the borrowing cap of the Netherlands to buy a house is getting way bigger. You're basically, the people that bought a house are getting free money. It's so weird, you know. It's the craziest shit. I don't mind buying my next house on a Dogecoin. I mean, I'm going to buy my house with Dogecoin as well, man. Just kidding. It's like a crazy system we right now live in. And actually, I think it's like the system is already like, it got screwed over 4 years ago already. And right now we can see, like 5 years ago, I started buying into Bitcoin because I said, I don't want to be part of the hyperinflation once it comes. And my parents, everyone in my family told me, oh, hyperinflation. That's bullshit. That will never happen. Yeah, where we are right now. I mean, we are above 7.5% inflation year on year, and hyperinflation is going to follow eventually. I love a good Rover rent. I mean, it will be amazing. Let me see. What's your price prediction for Ethereum mid-2022? I actually have a very bullish price prediction. Probably right now you think, why are you so freaking bullish about Ethereum if you're going to talk about mid-2022? I mean, I think we're about to absolutely flip bullish, you know? I think we're about to flip absolutely bullish. And Ethereum merge is coming up. What is going to happen with the merge is going to be bring so much hype towards the market. I think $7,000 to $8,000 is like a realistic target for me to aim for mid-2022. And even that's pretty conservative, because I actually expect like $10,000. But that's purely because I think the price action is going to be very bullish because of the merge update, and there's going to be so many people want to be getting a piece of the pie of Ethereum, you know. So yeah, pretty crazy. So Holland, yeah, the petrol prices in the Netherlands are €2 and 10 cents or so, €2 and 20 cents for 1 liter. That's absolutely crazy. I mean, yesterday I went and got some more fuel for my car, and it was like pretty crazy. I mean, I don't care, but like it's very different, because like 2 years ago it was like 168 or 170, and right now it's 50 cents a liter more expensive, so it's crazy. As well, the UK is surging very hard in their prices for petrol. GA donating to the channel. Did you hear about BlockFi $100 million dollar settlement with the American Securities and Exchange Commission, the SEC? I didn't heard about that settlement actually. Did BlockFi settled for 100 million with the SEC? I mean, it's good that they settled the case then. I think it's good. I didn't heard about it, but it's pretty good, because they probably can't win it. Let me quickly search it up here. Maybe I can read about it. BlockFi 100 million. Oh, here, I see it. So Peter Thiel, backed by crypto startup BlockFi, to pay 100 million. Oh man, I have to disable. So Peter Thiel, backed by crypto startup BlockFi, to pay $100 million in the settlement with the SEC. So I think it's good they are settling that case, because probably they won't win it. But BlockFi paying $100 million is pretty crazy. I didn't heard about it, but right now, no. Thank you for letting me know. So that's a pretty crazy story, actually. That's a pretty crazy story. 50 million with the SEC and 50 million with individual states. Yeah, 30 states, if I say correctly. Interesting one. Yeah, definitely. Implication. That sucks. Yeah, it definitely sucks here. The digital euro is planned to roll out next year, with private coins like Monero rising. I mean, you know what for me, like the biggest risk in crypto right now is like the central banks want to get their digital euro, the digital dollar out of there, right? And right now we have tether. And what the banks doesn't want here is us to have tether, because they don't have any control of tether. They can't print tether. That's not from the government, you know? So what I think is like the biggest problem, and they're going to try to regulate everything between tether and between stablecoins, so they can make their own stablecoin, the digital euro, the digital dollar, you know? So I'm very scared for that, for how that regulation is going to go, actually. If tether is going to get regulated and everything is going to get closed in towards bucks for tether, we could be experiencing a black swan event for Bitcoin, because there is a lot of Bitcoins bought with tether, and if they have to like cover everything, they have to sell off those Bitcoins to cover all those tether. Well, it's going to result in a massive market crash here, literally in a black swan event. So I think actually there is going to be more black swan events for Bitcoin like we had in the past as well. And most likely it's going to be happening in like within 3 years, we're going to get a day where Bitcoin crashes with 40% in a day, like in one candle, 40% gone out of nowhere, all alongside of the market. Oppa. So yeah, let's see what is going to happen. Do you have an Instagram account? Yes, please be cautious. There are a lot of scammers. I only have one real Instagram account. I don't have 10 accounts, and I have one account, and you can find it in the link in the description, or you can just search it up yourself, because it's Crypto Rover YT. It is Crypto Rover YT, like you can see over here. And 5 of you guys already followed me in this stream. So if you want to be following me on my socials, check out the link in the description. I keep you guys up to date as well with my stories, what I do in my life here. I give you guys insights about my Valentine. Please don't say this to anyone. It's pretty embarrassing. All these fake accounts, very annoying. And as well, sometimes yesterday was a stream. It was crazy. Everyone was typing rockets in the chat here. It was pretty cool. So yeah, if you want to see more about it, check out the link in the description. The SC is looking to wreck all the DeFi sector. Of course, they're trying to do so because borrowing money, etc., is very good in the DeFi sector, and they're trying to stop it, of course, because they don't have any control of the decentralized finance sector. So indeed, it's pretty crazy. Within a decade, yeah, probably within this decade, they're going to regulate like things between on stablecoins, because stablecoins are scary for governments, of course. What is ridiculous? Let me check out that stablecoin has a coverage on 1-to-1 when the dollar has no backing. You know, that's true. But Junior, it's pretty weird because they are backing one USD Tether towards $1, but $1 is backed to nothing. I think Tether is right now backed for 80% approximately. So Tether is not completely backed here, and they're starting to become more transparent because they will be getting regulated, Tether, and they do know it themselves as well. So that's why they're starting to get more transparent with all their things, you know. So looking good. What's your take on Algorand? Algorand is a very innovative project. What is going to be a very good investment for the coming years, especially like it's once again on this market low here. So yeah, I'm a very big fan of Algorand here, and I think like all these prices, like buying it over here, it's just once again it's a takeaway. It's so easy to buy it on these levels and make profits from it because right now it's standing so low. So Algorand, very good buy in my opinion. If Ethereum goes to 4.4k, can it dump below 3.3 eventually before hitting 10k? Yeah, for sure. Everything is possible, but actually I do expect like with the next run up, once it is going to get started, I don't really expect these major pullbacks very quickly anymore, man. If we're breaking bullish of this pattern, actually, if we do break bullish of this inverted head and shoulders, and we're breaking towards 4.4k, excuse me, we're not going to come down again below 3.3k again after that. I don't expect that. Actually, I don't expect that at all. Banks will give you 0.0001% on your cash, and stables can give you 10% APY. That's the problem. They are scared. They're scared for the control. So please be careful with it. That's true, oh. That's definitely some facts. But anyways, guys, unfortunately right now I have to head out here because I got another like 4 appointments today to go towards. If something is happening on the market, I will be trying to react towards as soon as possible. The place where I will be react towards the market as soon as possible is definitely my Twitter page. So don't forget to follow me on Twitter if you haven't done that already. So my Twitter is @RoverCRC. We'll be keeping you guys up to date about the charts and all these other things here on the market today. If you want to follow me as well on YouTube, make sure to subscribe to this channel. ring the bell notification, because every single day we're back with a stream. And if something important happens, we'll be trying to smash up that like button as soon as possible on my channel here. So guys, thank you so much for watching once again towards this amazing new stream here on the channel. And I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace out. Goodbye. Cheers.